Everyone, welcome to Accounting Expo once again. As we are all aware, transaction is the major thing in financial accounting. Now there are some transactions whose amount are small in nature, that is, there are some expenses whose amount are small in nature, in which when they are recorded, they will not be able to, they will consume all the cash book, and as a result of that, there is need to create a separate cash book for such transaction. And the cash book prepared for such is the petty cash book. A petty cash book is a cash book in which expenses whose amount are small in nature are recorded before posting into the ledger. The petty cash book is both a subsidiary book of accounts, and it also performs the function of a ledger. Now, there is a system operated in petty cash book which is known as the impress system. Impress system is a system adopted in which a fixed amount of money must be with the petty cashier, that is the cashier who handles the petty cash book at a specific period of time, and the fixed amount of money is known as petty cash float, in which he will be giving back the amount of money he spent at the stipulated period of time. Goes forth. Enter the following in the petty cash book of Ola's account. So the first thing we are writing is Ola, followed by the requirement petty cash book. Then the petty cash book, like any ledger, is divided into debit side and credit side. The left hand side is the debit side, while the right hand side is the credit side. The debit side has column for date, details, folio, and amount, which is used to record receipt or balance of cash, while the credit side, which is the petty cash book, is analytical in nature, in which all the expenses are analyzed into different columns. So it starts with this column. The analysis to be written in each column will be given in the question, but in this case, it is the question that is determining the analysis we are to put, and the expenses we are to put in the column, because it's not stated. So here we have postage and telegram, stationery carriage, and ledger. Now, January 1, cash in hand 1,500 naira. That 1,500 naira is the petty cash float. So for that, we write 1. Then details, balance, BG, amount 1,500. Then starting from January 4, those were expenses incurred, petty expenses incurred, so they will be written on the credit side. So date, we have 4/1. What was it spent for? Postage, stamp. How much? 150 naira. Then in the column for postage, we are going to write 150. January 5, paid for stationery 5/1. Stationery, how much? 350. So we write the amount in the stationery column. January 6, paid for postage 6.1 paid for carriage. The amount is 85 naira. The amount will be written in the amount column first before we write it in the column for carriage. January 7 paid for telegram. So telegram 180 naira. Then we go to postage and stationery column. January 9 paid for postage 150. That's an expense too, so it will be written on the credit side. 9.1 paid for stationery, 150. So we look for the column where stationery is and we write the 150 after writing in the amount column. January 10 paid Zainab 200 naira. Now it's worthy of note that whenever you see the name of the person money was paid to, you should take note of the fact that that's a personal ledger. So the appropriate column for that is the ledger column. So 10.1 Zainab 200 naira amount. Then under ledger, we have 200 naira. Having gotten to this stage, the next thing is to find out the amount that will be given back to the petty cashier to make up the petty cash floats. Because like I said earlier on, a fixed amount of money will be given to the petty cashier to spend during the stipulated period of time, after which he will be given back the exact amount he disbursed. He will be reimbursed the exact amount he spent. So let's get, so when you get to this stage, you are to close the columns of all the petty expenses spent. Okay, it's worthy of note that it is this petty cash voucher that gives the petty cashier authority to dispense money on all these petty expenses. So when you get to this stage, close up all the analytical columns. Then it's worthy of note that by the time we had all the analytical columns together, it must give us the same amount of money, the total amount of money we have in this amount column. So the total amount spent was 1,240. So the balance remaining after subtracting 1,240 from 1,500 was 216 naira, which then when we add 260 to 1,240, it will give us back the petty cash flow of 1,500, which we are going to write on the same line and total it up. Then the first thing we are writing under the total column is the balance we are bringing, balance of 260 naira we are to bring down. Then the next thing is the cash that will be reimbursed, the cash of 1,240 that was reimbursed back to the petty cashier. So this is this is how a petty cash book is prepared, is presented. Thank you.